is Eliani Sanchez, as you know, and I'm currently studying the third semester of the Modern Languages Bachelor at WAPS. And today the topic is the human body. Specifically, I'm going to talk about the back, which is the large posterior area of the body, and I think it's one of the most important areas of our body. So this is my very first video project, and I hope you all enjoy it and maybe you can learn a little. So let's start.
The central feature of the human back is the vertebral column, specifically the length of the top of the thoracic vertebra to the bottom of the lumbar vertebra, which houses the spinal cord in its spinal canal, and which generally has some curvature that gives shape to the back. The rib cage extends from the spine at the top of the back more than halfway down the length of the back, leaving an area with less protection between the bottom of the rib cage and the hips. The width of the back at the top is defined by the scapula, the broad and flat bones of the shoulders. At the base of the lower spine is a large triangular bone called the sacrum. Its narrow lower part joins the coccyx. The sides of the sacrum are connected to the iliums, that are the largest bones forming the pelvis.
As I'm going to talk about the anatomy of the back, I will use this guide to show you a little better. The anatomy of the back provides us from the head to the trunk of the body, as well as and that gives us a great deal of movement. The upper part has the muscle structure support. It is this part where the ribs are attached to the thoracic spine, but we have very limited movement in that area, like the middle area. The lower back allows us for flexibility and movement in back bending. That is, here's the back. The back bending, also called extension, when we go like this, when we did an arch when we were little, and also the forward bending, that it's the flexion, that suppose this is the back and forward bending. Although it does not permit twisting, the positioning permits the spine to be very resistant to vertical weight, and since its form, it's like curvy, the spine allows us more flexibility.
The back must be solid in order to support the body. It is composed of very sturdy bones and powerful muscles. The spine must be flexible to allow movement. This is why it is not composed of one solid bone, but 33 separate vertebrae, which are set one on top of the other and connected by a system of muscles and ligaments. To protect the spinal cord, vertebrae have a special shape with a foramen or canal to house the cord. The spine is bordered by several groups of muscles, including the intravertebral muscle, which facilitates movement between the individual vertebrae, and the multifidus spinae, which facilitate the movement of the spine as a whole. Other muscles in the back are associated with the movement of the neck and shoulders. The trapezius muscle, which is named for its trapezium-like shape, runs between the neck and the anterior chain, the two shoulders, and the thoracic vertebra. The large latissimus dorsi make a triangle from the shoulder to the hip. The lungs are within the rib cage and extend to the back of the rib cage, making it possible for them to be listened into the back. The kidneys are situated beneath the muscles in the area below the end of the rib cage, loosely connected to the peritoneum. Even a stroke of the lower back can damage
Finally,
the kidney
I'm
of a
going to
person.
talk about back diseases, which are apart from muscle pain and back pain and all that. And those are, for example, scoliosis, which is a disorder or a deformation of the curve of the spine. Usually, the spine is a little curvy, but the people who have this disease have developed an additional curve to either side, or with a C or an S form of the spine. The radiculopathy, which is a condition due to a compressed nerve in the spine that causes, of course, a lot of pain, weakness, and also numbness along the course of the nerve. This disease can occur in any part of the spine, but the most common areas are the neck and the low part. Also, the spinal stenosis, which is a normal narrowing of the spinal canal that may occur in any region of the spine. This narrowing causes a restriction of the spinal canal, and depends of the area of the spine, the part of the body is affected. There are a lot of spinal stenosis, but the most common are the lumbar and the cervical. Guys, that was it for today. I hope you liked it, and in my opinion, the back, especially the vertebral column, it's a very important thing we need to care about, and most time we don't even pay attention to that. I'm talking about the posture, because the majority of us, including me, don't sit straight and don't stand straight with your leg. And also, guys, lifting heavy things can also affect us very, very much in that area, so try not to lift heavy stuff and watch your back.